Did you hear about the young man who thought he was unstoppable until his own arrogance brought him down? One boastful confession online, and everything he tried to hide unraveled in an instant. What you're about to see is a story of lies, pride, and justice, where a criminal's own words become his worst enemy. In this video, I'll reveal how digital evidence turned a fiery crime into a courtroom nightmare for my client, proving that no one is above the truth, especially when they're reckless enough to livestream their own destruction. And trust me, the ending will shock you, because the greatest lesson is that pride can be deadly if you don't stay honest. If you're curious to see how deception backfires in the most unexpected way, stay tuned. And before we dive in, drop a comment telling us where you're watching from, and hit that like button if you believe the truth always comes out in the end. You won't want to miss what happens when pride meets justice. My name is Mark. I'm a lawyer. I help people in court. Today is a strange day. I am going to meet a new client. His name is Jake. He is young and strong. He looks confident. I sit in my office. The phone rings. The policeman's voice is on the line. He says, "Mark, we have arrested Jake. He is accused of setting a fire at a warehouse. Come quickly." I grab my coat. I rush to the police station. When I arrive, I see Jake sitting in a small room. He looks calm, almost happy. I sit down across from him. "Jake," I say, "why are you here?" He smirks. "I didn't do it," he says. "It was just a coincidence. I was nowhere near the warehouse." The police show me pictures. The fire was big. The building is black and burnt. The police say someone started it on purpose. Someone threw matches or a lighter, but no one is sure who. I look at Jake. "Did you see anything? Do you have an alibi?" He shrugs. "I was at home, playing video games. I didn't go out that night, I swear." I nod. "Okay, we will find the truth. But right now, the court needs to decide if you are guilty or not." Jake stands up. "I am innocent. I have nothing to hide. I know this is just the start. I need to learn more." I think to myself, who really caused the fire? And why does Jake act so sure? Later, I leave the police station. I look at Jake's face. He is confident, but I wonder, is he hiding something? This is the beginning of a strange case. A fire, a man who says he is innocent, and many questions. I have a feeling this will become more than just a simple crime. I need to find the truth. And that is where our story begins. I sat at my desk, thinking about the case. I had just finished talking to the police and visiting the fire site. Now I was back in my office. I wanted to find out more about Jake, my client. I knew he said he was innocent, but something didn't feel right. I looked at his file. His name was Jake, and he was a young man. He looked confident and proud. He acted like he was sure he hadn't done anything wrong. But I wondered if he was hiding something. I decided to start looking for clues, especially online. I turned on my computer. The internet is full of information. People talk and post things on social media. Maybe Jake had left some clues about himself. I typed his name into the search bar. I clicked on some social media pages. Yes, there were posts and comments from him. I started reading. I saw pictures of Jake smiling with friends. He was showing off his new video game console. He wrote, "Had fun today? Nothing can stop me." He seemed happy and confident. I wondered if he was telling the truth about where he was when the fire happened. Then I saw something strange. Someone left a comment on one of Jake's posts. It said, "Are you sure you weren't near the fire? People saw someone matching your description." I felt a little surprised. Why did someone say that? Did it mean Jake was lying? I kept looking. I found some more posts from Jake. He posted a video of himself showing off a lighter and a mask. He said, "Just a joke, guys. Don't take it seriously." But I remembered that the fire started with something that looked like a lighter and a mask in CCTV footage. My mind started to wonder. Was Jake joking, or was he trying to hide something? Did he really stay at home, or was he near the fire? These online clues made me think that maybe he was not telling the whole truth. I made notes. I needed to ask Jake more questions. I saw that the internet can say many things, but it can also hide secrets. I knew I had to be careful. Sometimes, people are good at hiding the truth behind a smile or a joke. As I looked at my screen, I felt a little nervous. I had only just begun. There was more to discover. Jake's online posts said a lot about him, maybe more than he wanted me to know. I wondered what other secrets he might be hiding. I leaned back and took a deep breath. This case was getting more interesting. I was starting to see that not everything was as simple as it seemed. Sometimes, the truth hides behind a clever lie or a boastful post. Now I was ready to keep searching. I wanted to find out the real story. I knew that in the end, the truth would come out. And maybe, just maybe, I could help bring it to light. I sit at my desk and think about the case. It is the third day of the trial. I have learned many things about Jake, my client. He says he is innocent, but I see signs that tell me he might not be telling the truth. Yesterday, I found some new clues. I looked at his social media pages. There are pictures and comments. I see a photo of Jake holding a lighter. The lighter looks used. There are comments on his posts from his friends. Some say, "You were near the fire, Jake?" Others ask, "Did you really set the fire?" Jake replied with short words. He said, "No, I was not there." But his words sound uncertain. I feel confused. Why did Jake post pictures with a lighter? Why did he comment about being near the fire? I wonder if he is hiding something, or maybe he just wanted attention. But I know this could be important. It could tell me the truth or help the other side. Today, I decide to look deeper. I want to understand Jake better. I want to see if he is honest or lying. I walk to my computer and start searching online. I find a hidden YouTube channel. It is not easy to find. Someone left it secret. I click and open the videos. The channel has short videos. In one video, I see Jake talking. He is smiling. He says, "I was at the scene of the fire. It was just a joke." I am shocked. He is confessing, but he says it was a joke. I watch carefully. His words seem strange. Why would he say he was there if he is innocent? In another video, Jake shows a lighter. He waves it in front of the camera. He is proud. He says, "Look at what I found. This is the lighter I used." His voice is loud and confident. He shows a mask, too. The mask is the same as the one in the CCTV footage from the night of the fire. I feel nervous. This is very serious. His own words and videos tell a different story. They show that he might have been involved. He is bragging about the lighter and mask. He is showing everyone what he did. I sit back and think, why did Jake record these videos? Why did he brag about the fire? Did he want to be famous? Or did he think he could hide the truth? I realize that his pride might be his biggest problem. His need to look good and be admired led him to do things he now cannot hide. I write notes. I want to share all this with the court. I think about how people can lie online, how they pretend to be someone they are not. I remember that truth always comes out, no matter how hard someone tries to hide it. As I leave my office, I feel tired but also determined. I need to find more proof. I need to show everyone what Jake has done. His own videos and comments are like a mirror. They show who he really is. In this case, the truth is like a dark shadow. It is hiding behind Jake's words and pictures. But I know that shadows cannot hide forever. The light of justice will shine through. I look at the evidence again. I think about what will happen in the trial. I know Jake's pride might be his downfall. His arrogance will not save him now. I learned that online secrets can be very dangerous. They can tell the truth or hide it. It depends on what people choose to show. And in Jake's case, his own words and pictures are pointing directly to him. I close my folder and take a deep breath. I am ready for what comes next. The truth is waiting to be uncovered, and I will find it. Because I believe that justice is more important than pride or lies. This case is not over, but I am sure of one thing. The truth will come out, and everyone will see what really happened, and Jake's pride and arrogance will be his own undoing. Just like I always say, secrets cannot stay hidden forever. The truth always finds a way to be seen. I sat in my office, staring at the screen in front of me. I had looked at a lot of evidence so far, but something new caught my eye. It was a video. I clicked play and watched carefully. The video was on a YouTube channel I hadn't seen before. It was made by my client Jake. I saw him smiling and talking confidently. But what surprised me was what he said. "I was at the scene," he said, "but I didn't set the fire. It was just a coincidence. I swear I didn't do it." I frowned. I knew Jake was lying. His words didn't match what I had seen before, but he thought he was safe. He thought no one would find out he bragged online. I leaned back in my chair. I knew this video was dangerous for him. It was more proof that he had been there, at the fire, and that he was proud of it. Suddenly, I remembered something. When I looked into his online accounts, I found many posts and comments. He had written things like, "I was at the fire, it was awesome," and "I have the lighter and the mask. Wanna see?" I felt a little sick. Jake thought he was clever. He believed nobody could catch him. But he had made a big mistake. He showed everyone his pride and his proof. I looked at the video again. I saw Jake's face. He looked confident, almost arrogant. He didn't seem worried about what might happen next. But I knew the truth was different. He had recorded himself, showing the lighter and mask. Those items matched the CCTV footage from the night of the fire. His own words and videos were now pieces of a puzzle that didn't fit his story. I thought about how Jake's pride was his biggest problem. He wanted to look brave and cool, but now that pride was catching up with him. I wrote notes on my notepad. I needed to tell the court what I found. I needed to show that Jake's online bragging was proof he was guilty. I took a deep breath. I knew that confidence and pride can be dangerous when they lead people to lie. Jake thought he was the smartest, but his own words and videos had betrayed him. I looked at the clock. The trial was coming soon. I had to prepare my next steps. I felt a mix of sadness and hope. I hoped the truth would come out clearly. As I packed my things, I thought about how easy it is to show off online. People want to look brave or important, but sometimes their pride can make them forget the truth, and that can be their undoing. I closed my office door and stepped outside. I was ready to face the next part of this case. I knew that in the end, honesty is what matters most, and Jake's own arrogance was leading him straight into trouble. Today, I learned that pride can be a trap, and that the truth will always find a way to come out. I sat in my office, looking at the computer screen. I had found a lot of evidence about Jake. The more I looked, the more I saw how confident and proud he was. He thought he could hide everything, but I knew better now. This was the day of the big court hearing. I was nervous, but also ready. I knew that the evidence was strong. Still, I wondered. Would Jake realize how much he had given away? Or was he keep pretending he was innocent? Suddenly, I remembered something. A video. It was from an old YouTube channel. I hadn't paid much attention before, but now I saw it clearly. Jake had recorded himself talking about the fire. In the video, Jake smiled and said, "It was just a joke. I didn't really do anything. I was just there for fun." He held up a lighter and a mask. I saw the items in his hand. They looked just like the ones CCTV had caught in the fire. I felt a chill. His words didn't match what I knew. He was bragging. He was acting like he was brave, but in truth, he was lying. That video proved his arrogance. I thought, he feels safe because he thinks no one will see this, but he's wrong. I knew this video could change everything. Later, I went to court. The room was quiet and serious. The judge sat high, looking down at everyone. The prosecutor played the video. The courtroom watched as Jake's own words appeared on the screen. "It was just a joke," he said. "I didn't mean to do anything serious." Everyone in the room looked surprised. I saw some faces turn red. Some people frowned. The judge listened carefully. Next, the prosecutor showed the CCTV footage again. It showed Jake at the scene of the fire. He was wearing that mask and holding the lighter. The video proved he was there. It was not a joke, it was real. I felt proud. We were showing the truth. Jake's arrogance was now his biggest problem. But I also saw Jake. His face was pale. His eyes looked worried. He was trying to say something, but no words came. His confidence was slipping away. I thought, his pride has ruined him. All his bragging has made him run out of options. After the court, I stayed quiet for a moment. I thought about how easy it is to lie online. How someone can act brave in front of a camera, but at the end, the truth always comes out. This case was a clear lesson. pride and lies can be dangerous. They can make us forget what is right. I looked out the window. The sun was setting. I knew the day's work was not over. There was still more to do, but I felt sure of one thing. The truth had won today, and Jake's own words had helped show it. As I packed up my things, I promised myself I would always seek the truth, no matter how hard it might be, because in the end, honesty is the best way to find justice. I walk into the courtroom feeling calm but serious. Today is an important day. The case is almost over, and everyone is waiting to see what will happen. I look at Jake. He is sitting quietly, but I can tell he is nervous. His hands are clenched, and he keeps looking down. I sit in my seat and think about everything that has happened. All the videos, the photos, the online posts, they all tell the same story. Jake is guilty, but he doesn't want to admit it. He still thinks he can hide his lies. The judge looks at us and then speaks. "We are here to hear the final evidence. Mr. Mark, please explain what you have found." I stand up and clear my throat. "Thank you, Your Honor. We have seen strong proof that Jake was at the scene of the fire. But more than that, we found a YouTube channel online. It belongs to Jake. On that channel, he posted videos where he brags about the fire. He shows himself with the lighter and the mask. He even talks about how easy it was to start the fire." I click to show a video on the screen. In the video, Jake is smiling. He says, "It was just a joke. No big deal. I did it for fun." His voice sounds confident, but I see that he is trying to hide something. "Jake thought he could hide his online posts," I continue. "He thought he was safe because he deleted some videos. But he made more, and he didn't know that we had saved them all. His pride made him careless." I pause. I want everyone to understand. The evidence shows that Jake is not innocent. His own words and videos say he did it. His pride and arrogance led him to confess online. That's how he was caught. There is a quiet moment. I see Jake's face turn red. He looks angry, but also scared. He knows the truth now. His bravado is slipping away. The judge nods and says, "This online evidence is very clear. It shows Jake's guilt. Pride and arrogance can be dangerous. They can make you forget the truth." I sit down, feeling a little sad but also proud. I know justice is happening. Jake's own words and videos have shown who he really is. His pride and need for fame have led him to ruin. After the court hearing, I walk outside. I look up at the sky and take a deep breath. I think about how easy it is to hide behind a screen, how people think they can lie and brag without consequences. But the truth always finds a way to come out. I remember the words I told Jake today, that pride and arrogance can burn you, just like fire. The more you try to hide, the more you get burned. As I leave, I feel a strange mix of relief and sadness. Justice has been served, but I also know that this story is a warning. Be careful what you say online. Be honest, and never let pride make you forget the truth. That's the end of today's story, but I know the lessons will stay with us. Lies and pride can be dangerous. They can burn you, just like Jake's own flames. And in the end, the truth always comes out. I sat in my office after the court case. The judge had just spoken. The verdict was clear. Jake, the young man I defended, was guilty. His online videos and confessions had proved it. Justice was done. I felt tired, but also curious about what would happen next. I looked out the window. The sun was shining. It seemed like a normal day. But inside me, I was thinking about Jake, about how he had been so proud and confident. I remembered how he recorded videos to show off, how he thought he could hide everything. Now, his pride had made him fall. I wondered how he was feeling now. I knew he must be worried or even scared. His arrogance had turned against him. I felt a little sad, not for what he had done, but for how he had believed he was invincible. Suddenly, I thought about the path he took. All his bragging, all his online posts, they had become his own trap. His own words, his own videos had shown everyone who he really was. He had thought he was clever, but he was only making things worse for himself. I remembered the videos he made, how he talked loudly about being at the fire, how he showed the lighter and mask, how he seemed so sure of himself. Now I saw that his confidence was just a mask. It was just pride hiding his mistakes. I thought about how dangerous pride can be. When someone believes they are better than everyone else, they forget to be careful. They forget that the truth can come out. And when it does, it can hurt very badly. I took a deep breath. I realized that Jake's story was not just about a fire. It was about how lying and bragging can lead to trouble. His arrogance had made him blind. He didn't see that his own words would catch him. I also thought about myself, about what I learned from this case. Sometimes, defending someone who is guilty makes me question what is right. But in the end, I know one thing. Truth always finds a way to come out. Lies can hide for a while, but not forever. I looked at my desk. I knew that Jake's pride had brought him down. His own arrogance had burned him like fire. It was a sad but clear lesson. Never let pride make you believe you are above the truth. As I sat there, I felt a strange mix of feelings. Pride in the justice done, but also sadness for Jake. I knew he had to face the consequences, and I hoped he would learn that honesty is always the best path. I stood up and looked at the picture of the courtroom on the wall. That day, everything had changed. The mask had slipped. The truth was visible for everyone to see. Even I, his lawyer, could only watch in silence as his pride fell apart. And I thought to myself, in this world, secrets can be dangerous. Pride can be deadly. But the truth always comes out in the end. Sometimes in a hard way, sometimes in a sad way, but always in a way that we cannot ignore. I turned off the light and left my office. The day was ending, but the lesson I learned would stay with me. Never underestimate the power of honesty and never trust pride to hide the truth forever. I sit quietly in my office. The case is over. The judge has just announced that Jake is guilty. The court has spoken. I feel tired but also relieved. Justice has been done. Still, my mind keeps thinking about everything that happened. It was a strange case. At first, Jake said he did nothing wrong. He said the fire was just a coincidence. He swore he was innocent. But I knew he was hiding something. I found out he was online. I saw videos and posts where he bragged about being at the fire. He even showed a lighter and a mask, things from the scene. He was proud of what he did. Now, after the court, I look back. I think about how Jake's own pride caught him. His big mouth, his need to brag, it all came back to hurt him. His arrogance made him record videos where he admitted or hinted he was guilty. Those videos and online posts were his biggest mistakes. I walk around my office, feeling a mix of emotions. Part of me is glad the truth is out. Part of me feels a little sad. Jake was full of pride, but now he looks small and lost. His big words and confident face are gone. Instead, there is shame and regret. I remember how he acted before, how he thought he could hide his crime. He believed he was clever, that no one could find out. But the internet is a powerful thing. What you say online can stay forever, and Jake learned that the hard way. I think about what I told him during the case. I asked him to be honest. I said that pride can blind us. I told him that lies can only hide the truth for a little while. In the end, the truth always comes out, and when it does, it can hurt more than anyone expects. Now, Jake looks broken. I wonder how he feels inside. Does he regret everything? Does he realize that his own pride led him here? Maybe he finally sees that bragging and lying only make things worse. Maybe he understands that honesty is the best way. I stop by the window and look outside. The sun is shining, but it doesn't feel bright today. I think about the lessons from this case. Pride, lies, and secrets can destroy us. It's better to be honest and humble. The truth is stronger than any lie. I take a deep breath. I want to do my best to help others see that. I want everyone to understand that honesty is the right path, that pride can be dangerous, that secrets don't stay hidden forever. They will come out, and when they do, they can hurt a lot. This case has taught me many things. I have learned that even the most confident person can fall, that digital words and videos are powerful, that pride and arrogance can be a trap. I look at my desk, I pick up my notes and close the file. The case is finished. Jake's story is a warning to everyone. Be careful what you say online. Be honest with yourself and others. Pride can be a trap, and lies can burn us. As I leave my office, I think about what will happen next. Maybe Jake will learn his lesson. Maybe he will understand how dangerous pride can be. I hope he finds a way to be honest and humble someday. I walk out into the bright world outside. The lessons of this case stay with me. I know that truth is stronger than lies. And I hope everyone remembers that. Because in the end, honesty is the best choice. And that is how justice, and even the worst mistakes, can teach us to be better. I sit quietly in the courtroom. The case is over. Jake has been found guilty. Justice has been done. I feel tired but also glad. The truth is out. The lies are gone. I think about everything that happened. How Jake was sure he could hide his secrets. How his pride made him brave enough to show the world who he really was. It was a strange case. At first, I believed Jake was innocent. I wanted to help him. But step by step, I saw the signs. I saw his online videos and posts. I saw how proud he was of what he did. His words and videos showed he was guilty. His pride was his biggest mistake. Now, Jake is sitting there. His head is down. His face is red. The judge reads the verdict. Jake's shoulders shake. He feels the weight of all his lies falling down on him. His arrogance and bragging have destroyed him. I look at him with mixed feelings. Part of me feels sorry. He wanted fame and power. He thought he could hide forever. But he was wrong. His own words, his own videos, proved he was guilty. His pride made him blind. Now he is paying for it. I stand up and walk outside the courtroom. The sun is bright. I breathe in the fresh air. I think about what I have learned. Lies and pride can be very dangerous. They can lead us into trouble, especially today when so much of what we do is recorded or shared online. I remember how Jake recorded himself. He thought he was safe. He thought no one would see his confession. But his arrogance made him forget one thing. The internet never forgets. Every video, every comment can be found later. And that's what brought him down. I sit on a bench outside. I think about the lessons of this case. I know that honesty is always better. Pride can make us blind, and sometimes a person's own actions can destroy them. It's like fire. If you play with it, it can burn you. Looking at the sky, I feel quiet but strong. I have seen how truth always wins in the end. No matter how clever or brave someone thinks they are, the truth will come out. It might be slow, but it will find a way. Jake's case shows us all something very important. Be honest. Don't brag about things you shouldn't do. And never underestimate the power of the internet. Once something is online, it stays there forever. I take a deep breath and stand up. I know I did my job well. Justice has been served, and I hope everyone learns a lesson from this story. Sometimes the biggest fire is not the one that burns a building, but the fire of pride and lies inside a person. And that fire can burn itself out if we are brave enough to face the truth. I walk away from the court feeling calm inside. I remember one last thing. The truth is like a light. It may be small at first, but it always shines through the darkness. And today that light showed who Jake really was. A man who thought he could hide forever, but who was caught by his own pride. Just like fire, pride can consume us if we're not careful. I go home knowing that justice has been done, and I hope that everyone, including me, will remember to be honest and humble. Because lies and bragging only lead to trouble. That is the end of this chapter. But the story goes on. The lessons stay with us. And the truth always comes out. I sat quietly in the courtroom. The judge looked at Jake and then at me. Everyone was waiting to hear the final words. The trial was over. Justice had been done. I felt tired but also a little proud. We had found the truth. It was like a light shining through a dark room. The evidence, videos, photos, and words showed what really happened. It was clear now. Jake had done the fire. His own online videos and confessions proved it. I looked at Jake. His face was sad and angry. His pride had made him do terrible things. His own words and videos had told everyone that he was guilty. He had bragged about the fire online. He even showed the lighter and mask from the CCTV footage. And now all his words had caught him. It was like he had built a trap for himself. His pride, his arrogance, had made him careless. He thought he was smart, but he was wrong. His own actions had sealed his fate. I thought about how pride can be dangerous. Jake wanted to look brave. He wanted people to think he was cool. But that made him do things he shouldn't have done. And now he had to face the consequences. After the judge gave his sentence, Jake was led away. His head low, he looked at the ground. He knew he had made a big mistake. His own bragging and mistakes had brought him here. I watched him go. I felt a strange mix of feelings. I was glad justice was served. But I also felt sad, because I knew that lying and bragging can be very harmful. They can destroy a person from the inside out. As I left the courtroom, I thought about what I learned. Everyone can make mistakes, but always telling the truth is the best choice. Lies and pride might seem fun or safe at first, but they can turn into big trouble. I looked up at the sky outside. I thought about how secrets and pride can hide in us, but they always come out eventually. Sometimes, in a way we don't expect. Like in Jake's case, his own words and actions betrayed him. That day, I learned an important lesson. Be honest, stay humble, because pride can blind us, and hiding the truth can lead to our downfall. I took a deep breath and looked around. The world is full of stories like Jake's, but it's also full of hope. Because no matter what, the truth will always find a way out, and justice will always follow. I walked away from the courtroom, feeling peaceful but reflective. I knew that next time I face a difficult case, I will remember this day. I will remember that honesty and humility are the real keys to justice. And I will remember that no matter how proud someone feels, the truth has a way of slipping out. Just like the light in a dark room, it makes everything clear again. That's the end of this story, but the lessons stay forever. Always be truthful. Never let pride hide the truth, because in the end, the truth will set everything right.